Hello students, in this session I'll be explaining the exercises and question answers of chapter 1, that is our environment. So let's start with all the exercises and question answers. So children, on page number 114 we have the exercises, that is exercise A, that says multiple choice type questions. So children, in this question you have 5 questions and 4 options are given for each question. So you have to select the correct option and fill up the blanks. So let's start with the first one. So the first question is, dash environment consists of plants, animals and human beings, and the options are option A, abiotic, option B, chemical, option C, human, and option D, biotic. So children, these plants, animals and human beings, they are living beings, and as I have explained you that our natural environment, that is divided into 2 parts, or it has 2 components. The first component is biotic and the second component is abiotic. Biotic means all the living beings, they comprise of the biotic environment, and all the physical factors, that is land, air, water, they comprises of the abiotic factors. So since plants, animals and human beings, they are living beings, so living beings, they will come in biotic environment. So the correct option is option D, that is biotic. Now let's come to the second question. The second question says, living beings exist only in dash. The options are A, atmosphere, B, lithosphere, C, biosphere and D, environment. So children, living beings or life exists only on biosphere. There are 3 domains, that is the atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere, and biosphere, this is a narrow zone that comprises of all the 3, and in this narrow zone life exists. So living beings, they exist only in the biosphere, that is option C. Now let's come to the third question. The third question says, the main factor resulting in environmental degradation is dash. Options are option A, human, option B, industries, option C, ecosystem, and option D, deforestation. Children, all are factors that result in environmental degradation, but the main factor that results in environmental degradation is the human beings. Why the human beings are considered as means the important factor that results in environmental degradation? Because humans, they are modifying the environment for their own need, as per their own needs. Means they are not trying to adapt with the environment, rather they are trying to modify it as per their requirement and need. So that is why the main cause of environmental degradation is human. Next, question number 4th. The World Water Day is celebrated on dash. Option A, June 5th, option B, September 23rd, option C, March 22nd, and option D, December 10th. So children, we celebrate World Water Day on 22nd March, that is option C. Next, question number 5th. The World Environment Day is celebrated on dash. Options are May 5th, option B, September 23rd, option C, October 8th, and option D, June 5th. So children, we celebrate World Environment Day on 5th June or June 5th, that is option D. Now let's come to the next exercise, that is exercise B. So exercise B says, unscramble the letters given in the help box and filling the blanks. So children, in this question, unscramble the letters means they are not arranged in proper sequence, in proper order. It is like jumbled up words. So you have to arrange those letters accordingly, properly, so that it makes meaningful words, and then you have to choose the appropriate word and filling the blanks. So the first question is, dash is the hard layer of solid rock material. So children, I told you that the crust, it is the hard layer of the solid rock material, the upper part, the upper top layer of the earth, which is called as crust. Children, earth is made up of several layers, and the topmost part, that is very hard, that is made up of crust, or that is called as crust. Now let's move to the second question. The second question says, the dash is an irregular surface which extends over continents and ocean beds. So what is an irregular surface? Lithosphere, that is land. It is an irregular surface and it extends over several continents, means land only extends over several continents and ocean beds. So the correct answer will be lithosphere. Now the third question. The atmosphere is held around the earth by its dash. So it is held around by what? It is held around by the gravitation. Now what is this gravitation? Gravitation is the force of attraction between objects and objects due to their masses. If gravitation force will not be there, then we would be sliding from one end to another. So this is actually a force of attraction. It attracts our body weight with that of the earth. Now let's come to question number 4. Question number 4 says, distinct zones which have their own physical environment, plant and animal life are called dash. So they are called ecosystems. So these are distinct zones that have their own physical environment. See, plant is having their own ecosystem, plant is having its own ecosystem, animals are having their own ecosystem, and the human beings, they are also having their own ecosystem. So ecosystem is a different zone of having their own physical environment. Okay, now let's come to question number C. So question number C is regarding match the following. So there are two columns, basically column A and column B. So you have to match column A with column B correctly and appropriately. So the first one is physical environment. If I try to match physical environment, that is 1. So I will match it with which alphabet? I'll match it with D, that is land, water and air. What do you mean by physical environment? The abiotic ones, that does not have life or that do not have life. So it comprises of basically the land, that means lithosphere, water, that means hydrosphere, and air, that means atmosphere. So A will match with D. Next we have atmosphere. So what is atmosphere? It is a layer of air. Layer of air is called atmosphere. So option 2 will be matched with option E. Atmosphere, that means layer of air. Now the third we have hydrosphere. So what do you understand by hydrosphere? Hydro means water. So third will be matched with option A, that means water bodies. All the water bodies, for example seas, ocean, river, lake, pond, everything, they comprise of the hydrosphere. Next we have question number 4, that is ecology. Now what is this ecology? Ecology is the relationship between a living organism and its surrounding. So fourth will be matched with option B. Next we have question number 5th, that is environmental degradation. So last will be matched with option C, that means disastrous effects. So I hope that match the following, that is question number C, is clear to everybody. Now let's come to question number D. So question number D says, state whether the following statements are true or false, means whether they are correct or they are not correct. So let's come to question number 1. So question number 1 says, the hard outer layer is called the mantle. Is it true or false? Children, it is false, because the hard outer layer, it is not called mantle, it is called as crust. So question number 1 is incorrect, it is false. Next, question number 2. Mineral wealth is found in the crust. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. Mineral wealth, where do we find the wealth? Means we have to dug out, and while digging out, we find several minerals from the earth. So this is the base from which is dug out and several minerals are found. So this statement is true. Next, question number 3. Changes in atmosphere causes changes in temperature. Yes, definitely changes in atmosphere, they cause changes in temperature. If the atmosphere it is quite hot, then temperature, if it is summer, for example it is summer, then temperature will automatically go up. If it is winters, then temperature will automatically go down. So temperature and atmosphere, they are related to each other. So this statement is true. Next, question number 4. Biotic organisms are not interdependent. Is this statement true or false? Children, this statement is false, because biotic organisms, or biotic means all the living organisms, for example plants, animals, human beings and all the living creatures, they are interdependent and dependent on the physical components. Now what are physical components? Namely land, air and water. So they are interdependent and dependent on the physical components. Next, question number 5. Man's role is more protective than destruction. Is this statement true or false? Children, this statement is absolutely true. The role of human beings, the role of man is to protect the nature. The role of man is to protect the environment and not cause destruction or damage to the environment. So the main role of human beings is protection, not destruction. So this statement is true.